Cyrano de Bergerac. Act 4. The post occupied by Capt de Casteljalou's company at the siege of Arras. In the background, an embankment across the whole stage. Beyond, a view of the plain extending to the horizon. The country is covered with entrenchments, the walls of Arras and the outlines of its roofs against the sky. Far off, tents, weapons strewn about, drums, etc. Day is breaking with a yellow sky in the east. Sentries spaced about. Watchfires. The Gascony cadets wrapped in their mantles are sleeping. Capt de Casteljalou and Lebret are keeping watch. They are very pale and thin. Christian sleeps among the others in his cloak. In the foreground, his face illuminated by the fire. Silence.
It's dreadful.
Yes, nothing.
Mortars.
Melt. You'll wake them. Hush, sleep on. He who sleeps, eat.
When you have insomnia, that's small blessing. What famine?
Oh, the devil, take their firing. It'll wake my children. Sleep on.
The devil? Again?
It's nothing, Cyrano. Back at the double.
Ventre bleu, who goes there?
Bergerac.
Ventre bleu, who goes there?
Bergerac, imbecile.
Wounded?
You know, it's become their habit to miss me every morning.
Foolish, isn't it, to carry a letter to her for each day's dawn? Too risk.
I promise he'll write her often. He sleeps, he's pale. If a poor little one knew he's dying of hunger, but always handsome.
Get to bed, quickly.
Don't grumble, Lebret. Know that in crossing the Spanish lines, I choose a place where I've seen them drunk every night.
One day you should try to bring us back a bite.
You have to travel light to get by, but I know there'll be something new tonight. We French go to eat or die, if I've seen rightly.
Tell me.
No, I'm sure. You'll see.
It's misery to be famished while we're besieging.
Alas, nothing more complex than the siege of Arras. We seize Arras, are caught in a trap ourselves. The Cardinal Prince of Spain besieges us as well.
Someone should come and besiege him in his turn.
I'm not smiling.
Oh, indeed.
To think that every dawn, ungrateful man, you risk a life like yours to carry. Where are you going?
To write once more.
Gravely, alas. You're done for. Nourishing sleep. I know what their first cry will be for sure.
I'm hungry.
I'm dying.
Oh.
Up with you.
Not a step.
Not a nibble.
My tongue's yellow. The air here is indigestible.
My baron's cornet for a bite of brie.
If no one can supply my gastronomy with the wherewithal to stir my juices, I will retire to my tent as Achilles did.
Yes, some bread.
Cyrano,
We are dying.
We are
We are dying.
help me, you who always know how to speak cheerfully. Come and cheer them up.
What are you munching on?
On cannon wads that among the Burgundians they fry in axle grease. I've done the same. The neighborhood of Eris is thin on game.
I've been hunting.
I've been fishing in the scrape.
Did you get anything of
What'd
any?
you
What
bring
have
back
you
to
got
us?
for us?
Did you
Pheasant?
bring back us a
Carp?
bass?
A grudon.
A sparrow.
All right, I'm starting to be.
Enough!
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Mutiny!
Help me, Cyrano.
What's up? Why do you drag your legs so painfully?
There's something on my mind that weighs on me.
What then?
My stomach.
Me too. I'm another.
It must bother you?
No, it makes me taller.
My large appetite.
It will not grow any larger.
My stomach makes a sound.
We'll beat it. And charge then.
As for me, in my ears I can hear ringing.
No, a hungry bell has no ears. You're lying.
Oh, to eat something tossed in oil.
Your salad?
What can we truly devour?
The Iliad.
The cardinal in Paris has 4 squeal meals a day.
He should send you a few partridges.
Why not, I say? And wine.
Relish some burgundy?
Brought by His Eminence.
The grape bearer or the gray?
I've got a giant hunger.
Well, eat your giant words.
Always a joke to throw.
Yes, a joke so absurd. Yet I'd rather die one evening under the pale rose, red sky, cracking a good joke in a good cause. Oh, struck by whoever's the noblest sword and an enemy we know is worthy as ours. On a field of glory, far from the sick bed's eclipse, to die of a thrust to the heart with one of my lips.
I'm hungry.
I'm
Food.
hungry.
Hungry.
So, you think of nothing else but food. Here, Bertrand the Piper, you were a shepherd too. Take one of the drums from your thick leather case and play for this heap of greedy guzzlers. Play the old country airs, the sweet hypnotic measures, where every note is like a little sister, in which the sound of love voice is captured. Those airs who slow tunes are the smoke enraptured that rises from the roofs of our native places. Those airs who music bearers are delect traces. Let your drums today, a reluctantly soldier, for a moment as your fingers seem to dance like a bird-like minutes on your stem. That it was reed before it was ebony, then let your song surprise us. And bring again like a realistic, rustic, peaceful innocence. A spirit of rustic, peaceful innocence. Listen, Gascons, it's the camp shrill pipe no longer. Now it's woodland drums under his fingertips. That's no longer the call to battle on his lips. It's our goatherd's slow song at his fingertips. Listen, it's the Valley of Moors. the forest glade, the little brown shepherd boys with the red beret. It's the sweetness of Dorgerin at evening. Listen, Gascones, it's the Gascony of singing.
But you make them weep.
With homesickness, that is an ill nobler than hunger. Not physical, but moral. I'm glad to see their pain no longer visceral. It is their hearts now that they feel its chill.
You'll weaken them by softening them too much.
No! The heroism they carry in their blood is quickly revived. It's enough.
What is it?
Well,
You see
is
I'm so sorry. You see, a single roll of the drum will do. Farewell dreams regret our native land and love. What the drums brought with the drum beat will remove.
Oh, here's Monsieur de Quiche.
Boo.
A flatterer's greeting.
He bores us.
With his lace collar over his armor playing the proud noble.
As if one were worn one's linen over steel.
It's good for the neck, though, if you've a carbuncle.
He's still the courtier.
The nephew of his uncle. He's a Gascon, though.
A false one, so beware. Since Gascons should always be weak up there, nothing's more dangerous than one with brains.
He's pale.
As us. He has the same hunger pains, but like the jewel stub bracelet he has on, his stomach it gleams like ours in the sun.
Let's not seem to suffer either. You, your cards, pipes, and dice. And I'll read some more Desitaires. Descartes.
Good day. Good day.
Oh,
He's green.
nothing left but his eyes then.
Here are the troublemakers. Yes, gentlemen, they tell me everything. That they mock me. Here, that the cadets are mountain nobility. Country squires from Baron, barons of Perigord only have disdain for their colonel, and afford me the name of plotter, courter. Distressed to see the color of jennies lacked by my cuirass. I'll never cease to show their mutual anger that only can be Gascon and not a beggar. Shall I order you be punished by your captain? No.
I'm a free man and inflict no pain.
Oh.
I funded my own company. It is all mine. I only obey military command.
Oh, that's fine. I can tolerate your defiance. It's known how I face the firing in advance. Yesterday, at Bapme, they saw how I drove back, furiously, the soldiers of Capt de Beaucourt, throwing my men on his defense. Perme, I charged 3 times.
And in your white scarf as well?
You know the details? Actually, it happened that I advanced in order to ready my men. For a third charge, a crowd of fugitives bore me on, almost in the ranks of the enemy. I was in danger of being captured, or even shot, when I thought that this grand expedient of losing and then allowing the scarf that gave away my rank to fall to the earth. So I contrived without attracting notice to quit the Spaniards and return among us, reinforced by my men scattering their affairs. What say is that, dear sir?
That native of the Navarre, despite overwhelming odds, never assumed the right strip himself of the white bloom.
The route succeeded, though.
That's possible, and yet one should not forego the honor of being a target. Had I presented your white scarf met the ground, our courage, sirs, differs. In this I found. I would have picked it up and put it on.
Yes, another Gascon boast.
Boast, a Gascon. Lend it to me. I offered to lead the assault tonight with your scarf around my neck, not out of sight.
Another Gascon officer. You know, the scarf is amongst the enemy on the banks of the Scarpe, and in a place that's riddled with shot. I fear that no one can go and fetch it from.
It's here.
Thank you. With this piece of white material, I can now make the signal. I hesitated before.
What?
The man down there! Who's running away?
He's a traitorous Spanish spy who's on his way to do us a great service. The message he'll take to the enemy of those I gave him and carry fake news that would influence their decision making.
He's a scoundrel.
It's very useful. Were we saying? I have news for you. This very evening, the Marshal moved to Torres. He's attempting a masterstroke to resupply us. He's passed silently. The king's quartermasters are there, via the fields. He's reached them, but to return more easily, took with him such a large trousseau of soldiery. The enemy would have fine sports as they came, hath all but name.
Yes, if the Spaniards knew, it would be a bad though, but they don't know of anything.
Well, they do now. They attack us.
Ah,
Because the traitor came to warn me in advance of the whole affair. He added, I can determine the specific place. Where do you want their attack to concentrate? I tell them it's the point that's worst defended, and then they'll make their assault there. I answered, good. Leave the camp, but keep watch on the lines. The place will be from which I go make a sign.
gentlemen, prepare.
In an hour.
Oh, that's fine.
The Marshal will be returning. We must gain him time.
And to gain time.
Be so good as to oblige me by getting yourself killed.
Ah, revenge is sweet.
I don't pretend that if I liked you better, I'd have chosen you and yours. However, since none show equal bravery in fighting, I'll serve my rancor while I serve my king.
Sir, allow me to express my thanks then.
I know you love to fight with 100 men. You'll not complain this time. You like a cause.
Well now, we'll add to Gascon arms. One more, chevrons. It's 6 chevrons of golden blue. The chevron of blood red is lacking too. Christian,
Roxanne. I'd like to send her all my heart's farewells in a final letter.
I had a feeling it would be today, my guess, and I've written your farewells.
Show me.
You wish?
Here. Yes.
What?
This little mark.
A mark?
It's a tear.
Yes. Poets caught up in the act. The charm's there. You understand. This letter was very moving. I made myself cry with feeling as I was writing.
Cry.
Yes, because to die is nothing fearful, but nothing to see her again. That is terrible. And I'll not see her. Well, you'll not.
Give me that letter.
Each of you! Who goes there?
Edge!
What is it?
Cries.
What's in the camp? It's here. Looks like it comes from the enemy. Let them disappear. Fire! No. The coachman goes to us. What's he shouting? He's shouting, on the king's service.
The king?
Hats off.
The king, drop a line, you rebel. Make his approach as you should at the double.
Beat the salute.
Lower the steps.
Good evening.
On the king's service? You?
Yes, love. The only king.
Good God.
You? Why?
This siege is taking forever.
Why?
I'll tell you.
My God. Dare I look at her?
There's no way you can stay here.
But yes, I can. My carriage was fired at by the soldiers patrolling. It has the air of being made from a pumpkin, has it not? As in the tail, and the footmen made out of rats. Good day. Why so unhappy then? Do you know it's a long way, Aras? Cousin. Lovely.
Indeed. But how?
Have I found my way to the army? Oh, good heavens. My friend, it's quite simple. I traveled till I saw the signs of a ravaged country. Ah, what horrors. It was necessary to see them, to believe them. If that's the service, gentlemen, you give your king, mine's better.
Look, this is mad. How in the devil's name did you get past?
Get past? Through the Spanish camp.
How shrewd women are, I find.
And how did you get past through the Spanish line?
That must have been real difficult.
It was not. I simply passed in my carriage at the trot. When some hidalgo showed his haughty face, I sat at the window, my sweetest smile in place. And those seigneurs being, no disrespect to France, the most gallant men in the world, I advanced.
Yes, that smile is a passport, certainly. But you must have been asked frequently to say where you are going, madame.
Frequently. Then I'd answer, it's my lover I go to see. At that, the fiercest Spaniards of them all would gravely close the open carriage door, and, with a gesture that the king might envy, have the muskets lowered, they pointed at me, and at once, the superb grace and haughtiness, their spurs thrust out under their cloak no less, their hats in the breeze so the plumes would flutter, bow low, saying, pass then, senorita.
But, Roxanne.
Yes, I said my lover. Pardon me, because if I said my husband, you'll agree, none would have let me pass.
But,
What's wrong?
You must leave this place.
I?
And that instantly.
No time to lose.
yes,
But why?
it's that
In 3/4 of an hour.
Or 4.
It were best.
You might.
They'll attack you. I stay here.
no.
No.
He's my husband. Together, let us die.
But what's a look you give me?
Danger.
It's a place of danger.
Is that... He put us here.
You'd make me a widow?
Oh, I swear to you.
No. I'm reckless currently, and I'm not going anywhere. Besides, it amuses me.
Oh, so our intellectual proves our heroine.
Monsieur de Bergerac, I am your cousin.
We will defend you well.
My friends, I know that.
The whole camp smells like lilies.
And I have a hat that will do perfectly for the battlefield. But perhaps it's time for the Count to retire. They might start the attack.
Oh, that's enough. I go to inspect the cannons and shall return. You all still have time to change your mind.
Never.
Ah, something around here smells good.
La, la, la.
What's the matter with you? You're all red.
Me? Nothing. It's blood. A fight sends it to my head.
Pom, pom, pom. What's that?
Nothing. It's a song. A little bit of a...
You're very merry, my son.
The approach of danger.
Captain, plague me. You look well set too.
Oh,
I have a cannon, you see, that I had carried into the corner. Your man can use it in case they need its cover.
Delightful attention.
Kind solitude.
What? They're all crazy. As none of you are used to cannon, beware of the recoil.
Piffed.
But
The cannon of Gascony never recoil a foot.
you're drunk. On what?
On the smell of gunpowder.
Quickly, madame, what do you design? Dig into order.
I stay here.
Leave.
No!
Well, since you won't go, someone give me a musket.
why?
I stay also.
At last, monsieur. This is courage. Simple pure.
Are you a Gascon then, despite your lace collar?
What's this?
I'll not quit a woman in danger.
Well said. I think we should address his hunger.
Food!
From under every coat you'll find.
Do you think I eat what you have left behind?
You're progressing.
I'll fight on an empty stomachache.
Stomach? Soon he'll have an accent.
I?
The Gascon's back.
I've lined up my pikemen. The ranks are resolute.
Will you accept my hand to perform the review?
Tell me quickly. What's this mystery?
If Roxanne should.
Should?
Speak to you presently about the letters.
Yes, I know.
Don't make a mess of it by being surprised.
At what?
I'll confess. Oh heavens, I thought of the day. I'll prove quite simple seeing her.
Say quickly.
You've written her more often than you thought.
What?
Often, I was charged with it. To translate your passion, I wrote something without saying I'm writing.
Ah,
Simple.
it must have taken some contriving for you to send them, since we've been.
Oh, before morning, I could get through.
That's too was a simple thing, and I wrote how many times a week? Twice, thrice, 4 times?
More.
Every day?
Yes, every day. Twice.
And that made you drunk? And that drunkenness was such that you braved death?
Not in front of her. Hush.
And now, Christian,
And now you tell me why, on these appalling roads, through all these lines you've traveled through ranks and ruffians and soldiers to join me here.
it's because of the letters.
You're saying?
It's your fault I ran all these dangers. Your letters intoxicated me. Consider how many times this month you've written to me, and always better each time.
What? For a few little letters?
Hush! Do you know what you're saying? Heavens, I've adored you. It's true. Since that evening, when under my window, in a voice I didn't know, your soul began to reveal itself. And so, your letters, you see, through all of this, months that's gone, as if all the time I was hearing it, your voice as on, that evening there, so tender, enveloped me. It's all your fault, I say. That wise Penelope wouldn't have stayed at her home with her embroidery if Ulysses had written to her as you to me, but as mad for love as Helen, she, to join him, would have sent all of her balls of wool packing.
But
I read again. I felt faint with love. I was yours. Every one of those little leaves was like a petal torn from your soul again. I felt, at every word of those letters of flame, a powerful love sincere.
ah, sincere, powerful? That's what you felt, Roxanne?
Oh, yes, that's what I felt.
And you came?
I came. Oh, my Christian, my lover. You'd lift me if I threw myself down before. You on my knees, so it's my soul I throw there. And you can't lift that from its place. Not ever. I come to ask forgiveness. And it's a good time to ask forgiveness, since we may be about to die, for having committed, at first, and frivolously, the crime of loving you only for your beauty.
Ah, Roxanne.
And later, love, less frivolously, a bird that flutters before it learns to fly, your beauty seizing me, your soul leading me on. I loved you for both, together.
And then?
Ah, yourself, you yourself, have surpassed yourself too. And now it's only for your soul that I love you.
Roxanne.
Be happy, then, for only to be loved for that with which one is for a moment clothed, must put a noble, burning heart to the torture. But your dear thought effaces all that figure and that beauty you pleased me with before. You see, I see more clearly now, and I see it no more.
Oh,
You have doubts of winning such a victory?
Roxanne.
You can't quite believe it? You can't quite believe in it still? Yes, I see. In such a love?
I don't wish for such a love, for I'd be loved with more simplicity, more.
More for that which women have loved you till today? Then yourself be loved in a better way.
No. It was better before.
Ah, it's now that I love you better. Love you truly. It's what you've made of you that I love so well and less handsome.
Hush.
I would love you still if all your beauty vanished in a single breath.
Oh, don't say that.
Yes,
What? Achieved ugliness?
ugliness, I swear it.
My God.
And you're happy?
Yes.
What's wrong?
Nothing. I've something to say.
But
My love takes you from those poor fellows. Go. Smile on them a little since they go to die. Go.
dear Christian,
Cyrano!
What? Pale as a dove?
She no longer loves me.
What?
It's you she loves.
No.
She only loves my soul.
No.
Yes, it's true. So it's really you she loves, and you love her too.
I?
I know it.
It's true.
Like a madman.
More so.
Tell her.
No.
Why not?
Look at my face, though.
She'd love me if I were ugly.
She said so?
True.
Ah, I'm delighted she said that to you. But no, don't believe that foolishness. Heavens, I'm happy that she had the sweetness of thought to say it. But no, don't believe such things. No, don't become ugly. She hates me too much.
That's what I'd like to find out.
No, no.
Let her choose. Tell her everything.
Not that torment. I refuse.
Shall I kill your happiness because I'm handsome? That's just too unjust.
And I shall provide a tomb for yours because, thanks to what nature revealed, I've had the gift of expressing what perhaps you feel.
Tell her all.
He persists in tempting me. It's wrong.
I'm tired of carrying a rival inside myself for so long.
Christian,
Our pact, secret, without witness, can be dissolved if we survive.
he persists.
Yes, I wish to be loved for myself, or not all. I'll go and see what they're up to. I'll just walk to their ramparts end and back. You speak. She'll prefer one of us two.
It will be you.
Well, I hope for her. Roxanne!
No, no!
what?
Cyrano has something important to say.
Important? What?
He's going. Nothing. He attaches. Oh God, you must know. Importance to nothings.
Perhaps he doubted, though the words I said there, I saw that he doubted.
But was there really any truth then in what you said?
Yes, I would love him even,
Does it embarrass you to tell me?
well,
It won't hurt me, alas. Even if he were ugly?
even then. They fired!
Hideous?
Hideous!
Disfigured?
Disfigured.
Grotesque.
Nothing could make him grotesque to me.
You would love him still?
I'd almost love him more dearly.
My God, it's true. Perhaps, and happiness is still there. Roxanne, listen.
Cyrano,
What?
hush.
What's wrong?
It's over.
What? Are they still firing?
It's over now. I can never say a thing.
What's happened? What's happened?
Nothing.
Those men?
Come away.
What were you going to say to me before?
Say? To you? Nothing. Oh, nothing, I swear, madam. I swear that Christian's mind and soul of the man are the noblest.
Were? Ah!
It's done.
Christian!
The first shot from the enemy's guns.
An attack! To your musket!
Christian!
You and you!
Christian!
Form ranks! Form ranks!
Christian!
Measure your fuses!
Roxanne.
I told her all. It's you she still loves. You!
How, my love?
Show your ramrod!
He's not dead, no?
Open your charges with your teeth!
I feel his face growing cold against my own.
Take aim!
A letter on him. For me.
My letter.
Fire!
But Roxanne, they fight.
Stay with me a while. He's dead. You were the only one who knew him. Wasn't he an exquisite being? A being wonderful?
Yes, Roxanne.
A sublime spirit?
Yes, Roxanne.
A profound heart unknown to the profane? A soul magnificent and delightful?
Yes, Roxanne.
He's dead!
And I only have to die, it seems, since without knowing it, she weeps for me.
It is the agreed signal. A fanfare of trumpets. The French bring provisions now to the cadets. Hold a little longer.
Blood on his letter. Tears.
Surrender!
No.
No.
Never!
Det danger grows greater.
Get her away. We'll charge them.
His blood. His tears.
She's fainted.
Hold fast.
Lay down your weapons there.
No!
No.
Now that you've proved your courage, sir, run. Save her.
So be it. But we'll conquer. If you can win us time.
Good. Roxanne, farewell.
I've been wounded twice by a halberd. We're broken.
My braves, don't retreat, you fools. Now, Be fearless. I've 2 deaths to avenge, Christians and happiness. Float there, little flag of lace as her emblem. Fall on them. A tune of pipes, let's crush them. They're climbing the redoubt!
They're caught with the redoubt!
Well, let's salute them then. Fire! Fire!
Who are these death-intoxicated men?
The cadets of Gascony. Carbon de la Castle Jalot, who fight and lie most shamelessly. They're the cadets.
I'm First Sergeant Firepower of the 8th Connecticut, and I played the Geesh.
Hello, boys. I'm Sergeant Canvas of the 8th Connecticut, and I am the 2nd Christian.
I'm Lance Corporal Josie Wales of 1st Maryland, and I was the 1st Cadet and Spanish officer.
I'm Captain Chrisimoto from the 1st Maryland, and I was Cyrano.
My name is Sergeant Magpie. I'm with the 65th Illinois, and I was Roxanne.
My name is Sergeant Slimmer of the 1st Maryland, and I played Cabon.
First Sergeant Pancake from the 65th Illinois, and I played Substitute Regno.